crashed. It's been running fine on low settings, but it just gets really hot. So I've been playing PUBG on my Xbox One, and for the most part, it's been running really well actually. I only got kicked out of PUBG maybe like twice, but I've played like a lot of games already on it. So this specific game was actually my third time playing PUBG on the Xbox One. So you're gonna see me a lot during this gameplay of me just messing with the remotes and probably like messing up certain stuff just because I was still trying to figure out all the settings and everything. This specific gameplay was recorded, I think, in the first week of January. So this was before they had like those like nice updates. But overall, normally I like to start in Pachiki just because it's in the very middle, and just because there are usually a good number of weapons when you land in here. So during the gameplay, you're going to see some lag, just because this was played on the Xbox One, not the One X. So there will be a little bit of lag time, and when I land, you'll actually see that the buildings haven't completely rendered yet. I usually wait like 10 to 20 seconds before it can actually fully render, and I can actually start going inside the buildings and actually picking stuff up. So this was actually the funniest kill I've ever gotten all the times I played PUBG on both Xbox and PC, just because I was not expecting the guy whatsoever, and he actually picked up a gun before I did, and he forgot to grab the ammo. Here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take portions of the video and either speed it up or just completely cut it out, just because this is 30 minutes long. I don't want to have to make you guys watch the entire 30 minutes, so I'll just cut some stuff up or just speed some stuff up. I actually did find a rifle down here where I killed the guy, and I did find an Uzi upstairs and a backpack, so I was able to get at least a little bit set up. And also what I'm planning on doing is that I'm going to talk less, because I don't want to have to comment on every single second of the video, so I actually want you guys to just enjoy the match and just enjoy a lot of it. I'll talk on the important parts just to give a little bit of narration, but for the most part, if there's not much going on, or even in like fun parts, I'll probably just like not talk as much. So this specific spot right here is actually like one of my favorite spots, just because the stairway is really narrow, and I did get a rifle and an Uzi, so if anyone came across, I can just like shoot them up. Normally, in the games I've actually played after this, I actually was a little bit more campy. I stayed in spots a lot longer. In this specific game, I actually did explore a little bit more, but normally I like to stay in spots a little longer, especially because I'm in the very middle of the circle. Like when I'm in the middle of the circle, I try to get all the weapons I can get, and once I'm really set up, I just stay in one spot. If I'm outside the circle, I'll be exploring more, but in this specific game, I do explore a lot. But normally, I would just usually stay in one spot, especially if I'm in the middle. Also, when it comes to cars, I try not to be too confrontatious about them. I actually got run over multiple times in both PC and Xbox, so I try not to confront cars that much at all. Like I said, not much actually happened during this gameplay. I was actually away from the fight for some odd reason. Even though I landed in Pachinki, I was actually away from a lot of the fight for the most part of this game. So like I said, for some odd reason, there was a little bit of lag between the actual video and the audio. I think this had something to do with like the Xbox One recording. So this part is actually the final part of the game, so I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just going to let the video play throughout. So not much happened at all during the gameplay. The most important parts that happened was at the very beginning, when I beat that guy to death, and at the very end, which is over here. That's why you saw big jump cuts. Literally not much happened at all during this gameplay. So I tried to play really conservative at this point of the match, just because I think most of them were on one side, and there was really no point of me trying to engage in that firefight. I really wanted to just let them kill each other first, and I'll just pick off the last two, or the last one. So this is just me playing really conservatively. There was no point of me trying to ambush them, because I most likely would have died if I tried.